Impaler, so let's send it over. Guys?
Thank you very much, Joe, and congratulations to Impaler, of course, and the SUPA hot crew after that win. On quite a roll here, I was almost going to say, but tell me how you came into this game, because last week's game, the last one versus SK, was quite a heartbreaking one for you guys. So how did you regroup?
We worked a lot on our communication this week. That was like the biggest problem we had to fix. And now everybody's listening to each other. We've really got everybody working together now. And when you're starting to work together, you can just pick apart situations like this and get a fairly easy win.
So how does it actually work communication-wise on the team? Because you just said you guys got better at it. Is it one guy who steps up to become the shot caller? Is it everyone who gets better at rotations or looking at the map? Or how do you guys improve it?
We've got a new system, which is like whoever says something the loudest is the guy who does the call. Okay. And then like, if anybody says something the loudest twice, then that's the final call, no arguments. So like, it's generally me and Failer, and if he shouts higher than me, then I'm like, okay, Failer, you got this one.
Well, communication is also crucial, of course, when you're going for those dragons and those dragon fights. We actually have a replay of the very first dragon fight, or actually the fight after that, if we can get that up on the screen. Very interesting turn of events there for both teams, basically.
Right, yeah. So I'll just start it off, introduce the whole thing here. First of all, notice up in the top lane here, Mimer, teleport is on cooldown. He used it to the tower to get back to the lane. Youngbuck on Vladimir has teleport ready. So Copenhagen will actually make the right decision in starting the dragon here, because Youngbuck can teleport down to join his team. There are 5 members. SUPA crew will then have to back away with only 4 or take a very risky team fight. Now Youngbuck actually did the right thing first. Just a few seconds before this happened, he was waiting in the bush to teleport down and join his team. Decided to drop the idea, actually run back in the lane where Mimer can see him. And it means now once we start rolling the clip, if we just roll it away, actually what we're going to see is now if you look up in the top lane, notice how Youngbuck is running back in the lane because he wants to teleport. Tries to teleport, but Mimer, he spots him already, stops him from doing it, and now Copenhagen Wolves are in big issues. That's why we go to the next part, which is after this dragon fight, where Copenhagen Wolves stay around with only 4 members. They gave up they stopped doing the dragon, of course. Start this fight here, and your point of view, once you see Copenhagen Wolves stay around this blue buff, even though they're already poked, what do you guys think?
Mimer called from the beginning that you could cancel the ult in the first place, so we knew about the whole situation going into Dragon. And then it's like, we just have to kite back and clean up the fight. So that was the call, kite back, Failer's there shouting, I'm there shouting, and then everyone just runs away and we win the fight.
Yeah, a lot of shouting, and in the end, you guys also take the game. Congratulations for that once again. Now, of course, I do want to ask you about week 5 of our LCS here in Europe, because we'll be going to London to the Wembley Arena. I mean, you must be very excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to play in London, like 12,000 or whatever it is, people from where I live. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
And I'm sure they'd be chanting your name as well. Now we're going to move over to social media, because earlier today we asked you to take your thumbs to Twitter and tell us which champion would you like to see played by a specific EU LCS player and why. And here are some of your answers. The first one is from @MrDarkin21, Kerp en LeBlanc. He really impressed me with week 1 with his incredible skills. That was really a sight for sore eyes.
I mean, I believe he was 10, 0, and 4. And we also saw in the last bit when Kerp got his hands on LeBlanc, he would always do really well early game, apply a lot of pressure on the map. So I agree. I like to see Kerp playing LeBlanc.
The second one is from @Mertruzo. I want Youngbuck to play Heimerdinger again. Not only did he play it, he played it well. And who doesn't love Heimerdinger? Well, would you have liked to have played against Heimerdinger in this game?
I played against Youngbuck's Heimerdinger before, and that's just terror. Like, the turrets do so much damage, but what can you do, really?
The third one is from @VictoryV32, Mordekaiser by Overpower, so we can see the master of metal again and played by one of the best European mid laners.
I 100% agree on the Mordekaiser. It was one of the things I really loved about Rocket in the start of last split, all the new picks. I want to see it again. Bring out the Mordekaiser, please.
And then the last tweet is from someone we may know, @FrogandLol. I'd like to see Anivia play Froggen #LCS. Well, Froggen is on the stage right now, so maybe we see something.
It's seriously the only thing he ever talks about. Anivia and then Karthus against whatever champion in the mid lane, and he will argue with other mid laners, other professional mid laners for hours about this Karthus versus whoever, or Anivia versus whoever.
Well, it's great to listen to Froggen, and it's also great to listen to you guys' responses. There were some great responses once again, and we'd love to keep hearing from you, so you can always talk to us @LOL Esports and use the #LCS throughout the matches. As a reminder, you can catch more League of Legends action after our games, as the European Challenger Series starts up right after our last game with Ninjas in Pajamas and Alex Ish versus the Unicorns of Love in a best-of-3. Thank you very much, Impaler, and as for us, it is time for us to base, but we'll be back in 3.5 minutes with Millennium versus Alliance, so stay right here.